Hello everybody and welcome. My name is Ben and this is Adventure Theory. On today's adventure, we're headed out to a thing called a Wonderstone quarry. It's a place where you can find a very special stone. It's called Wonderstone. But a disclaimer, because it's a dirt road and just like all the dirt roads in Utah, if it's been raining or it's wet, the road can be impassable. But if it's been dry for a little while, almost any vehicle could handle this road to get to this quarry. So let's go check it out. So we're here at Wonderstone Quarry, just outside of Vernon, Utah. And it's a tiny little area just on side of the hill, but there is incredible Wonderstone just everywhere laying around. This is a really easy place to come find some neat rocks if you're into rock hounding. And even if you're not an absolute rock hound, this is just a cool place to come to find some neat rocks. Check this out. Look at that neat strip.
Oh, it has a BRE. Oh.
Let's go get some more rocks.
Look at these ones. They're just so pretty.
Good job.
See that one? Really cute.
So far, this Wonderstone quarry has been a pretty neat place. It's really easy pickings. You can just walk around and find some incredible rocks. Even though it's a really small place, I highly recommend it. It's a super simple adventure to have with a really big payoff. Really great adventure trophies can be found here for pretty much all ages. I don't recommend coming out here in the afternoon because it is the desert and it will get hot, unless of course you're in the fall or the spring. But this is a neat place with some really incredible rocks. Check it out. So we found these rocks just sitting right on the ground. We didn't have to dig, we didn't have to chisel, we didn't need a hammer, we didn't need any tools at all, just a bucket. In fact, a Ziploc bag or a pouch worked best because most of the rocks we're finding on the surface are smaller, kind of like this. There are some bigger ones and there's some actual boulder size rocks. This area is also used as a Wonderstone rock quarry, where they literally quarry these rocks to cut and polish and sell. But this is a really neat place to come if you just want to have an adventure for an hour or two and get some really neat adventure trophies. Next, we're going to go home and polish them up and see how they look with some mineral oil. Stay tuned. Now we just got home from collecting this Wonderstone and we got a pretty good collection, a good bucket and a half's worth. What we did next is we washed it. We just took it outside and rinsed it with a hose because you want to get all the dirt and debris off of it before you polish it up. And if you're like me and you're not a huge rock hound, but you do like interesting things and you want to make them look nice, here's a very inexpensive and easy way to polish up your rocks. We've done this with a few geodes in the past. Now we're going to do it with Wonderstone to see how it turns out. Get some mineral oil. It's very cheap. You can get it at most pharmacies and grocery stores. Get a rag or a paper towel. Now take your stone that's a little bit dull and not shiny too much. This is going to make the color in the rocks pop and shine real nice. Excellent for display. So as you can see, these look nice in the raw. They're really cool. And if you have them in your garden where they're getting wet a lot, when they're wet, they look the best because that's when the color really comes out. But if you put the mineral oil on it, it looks really nice for a long, long time. So that's a pretty cheap and easy way to polish up your rocks if you're going to put them on display. Maybe you have them in a curio cabinet or on your mantle. If you can get some bigger pieces, these look really, really cool in a garden. But if they're outside, the mineral oil will wear off a lot faster versus if they're inside. Now that was a really fun adventure. For some more adventure ideas, click one of these links, go to the page because there is a ton more adventure going on there, and leave a comment if you know of a good adventure that we should go on or if you have any tips that we might be interested in, and I'll see you next time.